Nuts have been recommended for years as part of a healthy diet. They are rich in nutrients, healthy fats, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. They can support heart health. They can provide energy, and in moderation, they can be part of a balanced lifestyle. But here's the important part. Healthy dozen nuts have long been considered one of the healthiest snacks you can eat. You've probably heard it many times. They're good for your heart. They're full of healthy fats. They're a great source of energy. And all of that is true, to a certain extent. Nuts are rich in important nutrients your body needs. They contain healthy fats that can support your cardiovascular system. They provide protein, which helps maintain muscle strength, especially important as you get older. They also contain fiber, which supports digestion and helps you feel full. In addition, nuts are packed with vitamins and minerals like magnesium, vitamin E, and antioxidants. These compounds help protect your cells and support your overall health. That's why nuts are often included in diets focused on longevity and wellness. But here's where things become more interesting. Healthy doesn't always mean harmless. Just because a food is natural or widely recommended doesn't mean it's perfect for everyone, especially not in all situations. As your body changes with age, the way it processes certain foods can also change. After 50, digestion can become slower, metabolism may decrease, and your body may react differently to foods that once felt easy to handle. Nuts, for example, are dense. They are high in fats. Even if those fats are considered healthy, this means they take longer to digest. And for some people, this can lead to discomfort, bloating, heaviness, or a feeling of being too full. Another important point is portion size. Nuts are very calorie dense. A small handful can contain a significant amount of calories, so it's easy to eat more than your body actually needs, without realizing it. Over time, this can affect your energy balance. There's also the issue of how nuts are consumed. Salted nuts, roasted nuts, flavored nuts. These versions often contain added ingredients that reduce their health benefits. Excess salt, oils, or additives can create more problems than benefits. So while nuts can absolutely be part of a healthy diet, they should not be consumed blindly or excessively. The key is understanding your body, listening to how you feel after eating them, and adjusting accordingly. Because the goal is not just to eat healthy foods, it's to eat foods that are right for you. In the next chapter, we'll explore the hidden mistake many people make when eating nuts, and why it can become a problem over time, especially after 50. So if nuts are considered healthy, where does the problem come from? The answer is simple: how people consume them. The biggest mistake most people make is thinking that because something is healthy, they can eat as much as they want. But that's not how the body works. Even healthy foods can become a problem when they are consumed in the wrong way, and nuts are a perfect example. First, there's the issue of quantity. Nuts are extremely calorie dense. A small handful is enough. But many people eat them straight from the bag, without measuring, without thinking. And before they realize it, they've consumed far more than their body needs. Over time, this can lead to weight gain, heaviness, and even digestive discomfort. Then comes the second mistake: eating nuts at the wrong time. Many people snack on nuts late at night, or eat large amounts between meals, but nuts are slow to digest, so eating them at the wrong moment can overload your digestive system. This can lead to bloating, discomfort, and a feeling of heaviness, especially as digestion slows down with age. Another important factor is quality. Not all nuts are equal. Processed nuts, salted, fried, or covered in flavorings, are very common. But these versions often contain too much sodium, added oils, artificial ingredients, and instead of supporting your health, they can create imbalance. Too much salt can affect circulation. Poor quality oils can increase inflammation. So while you think you're eating something healthy, you may actually be doing the opposite. There's also something many people ignore: sensitivity and digestion. As you get older, your body may become more sensitive to certain foods. Nuts contain compounds that can be harder to digest for some people. This doesn't mean nuts are bad. It means your body might not tolerate them the same way it used to. And finally, there's the mindset. People often eat nuts automatically, while watching TV, while working, without paying attention. This leads to overeating, without awareness. And when you're not aware, you can't adjust. The truth is simple. The problem is not the food itself. It's the way it's consumed. Too much, too often, without balance. But here's the good news. Once you understand this mistake, it becomes very easy to fix. In the next chapter, we'll explore the warning signs your body gives you when nuts are no longer helping you and may actually be causing discomfort. Your body always gives you signals. The problem is, most people ignore them. When it comes to foods like nuts, the effects are not always immediate or obvious, but over time, your body starts to show signs. And if you pay attention, you can understand exactly what's happening. One of the first warning signs is digestive discomfort. After eating nuts, you may feel bloated. Your stomach may feel heavy or tight. Sometimes you may even notice gas or a slow digestion. This happens because nuts are dense and rich in fats. They take longer to break down. And if your digestion is already slower, especially after 50, this can create discomfort. Another sign is a feeling of unusual heaviness after eating. Even if you didn't eat a large meal, you may feel overly full, as if your body is working harder than usual. This is a signal that your digestive system may be struggling with the quantity or timing. There's also something more subtle, low energy after eating. Instead of feeling energized, you feel tired, sluggish, less active. This can happen when your body uses more energy to digest heavy foods, and over time, this pattern can affect how you feel throughout the day. Some people also experience skin reactions, nothing extreme, but small changes like irritation or sensitivity. This can be linked to how your body reacts to certain compounds in nuts. Another important signal is cravings or overeating. Nuts are easy to eat, very easy, and sometimes once you start, it's hard to stop. If you notice that you keep going back for more without feeling satisfied, your body may not be getting what it actually needs. There's also the issue of water retention or feeling swollen, especially when nuts are salted. Too much sodium can affect how your body retains water, and this can make you feel heavier than usual. But here's the most important point. These signs are not random. They are messages. Your body is telling you something needs to be adjusted, not necessarily removed, but adjusted, because again, nuts are not the enemy. The problem is not black or white, it's about balance and awareness. Once you start paying attention to how your body reacts, everything becomes clearer. You know what works for you and what doesn't. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to consume nuts the right way, so you can enjoy their benefits without the negative effects. At this point, one thing should be clear. Nuts are not bad, but the way you eat them makes all the difference. The goal is not to remove them completely. The goal is to use them correctly so your body benefits instead of struggling. Let's start with the most important rule: portion control. You don't need a large quantity. In fact, a small handful per day is usually enough. This gives your body the nutrients without overloading your digestion. The problem starts when you eat directly from the bag, because then you lose control. So a simple trick is this: take a small portion, put the bag away. It sounds simple, but it changes everything. Next is timing. Nuts are best consumed earlier in the day. Why? Because your body has more time to digest them. Eating them late at night can slow down digestion and create discomfort, so try to include them in the morning or as part of a balanced snack during the day. Avoid eating large amounts before sleep. Now let's talk about quality. This is where many people make a mistake. Always choose raw or lightly roasted nuts, unsalted or low-sodium options. Avoid heavily salted nuts, fried nuts, artificially flavored versions, because these added ingredients reduce the benefits and can create imbalance in your body. Another powerful tip is how you eat them. Don't rush. Chew slowly. Nuts are dense, and proper chewing helps your body digest them more easily. If you eat too fast, your digestion has to work harder, and that's when discomfort begins. You can also combine nuts with other foods. For example, add them to yogurt, mix them with fruits, include them in a balanced meal. This makes them easier to digest and more beneficial. Another important point, listen to your body. If you notice discomfort after eating certain types of nuts, adjust, try a smaller quantity, or try a different type, because everyone is different. What works for one person may not work for another. And finally, don't rely on nuts alone for your health. They are just one part of your diet. Your body needs balance. Fruits and vegetables, water movement, regular habits. That's what creates real results. When you combine all these elements, you get the benefits without the drawbacks. In the final chapter, we'll bring everything together and show you how to make simple, smart choices for your health after 50, without fear or confusion. At this point, everything becomes simple, not easier, but clearer. After 50, your body is not weaker. It's just different. It reacts differently. It digests differently. It needs a different kind of attention. And the biggest mistake people make is trying to live exactly the same way as before, without adapting. This is where smart choices come in, not extreme changes, not fear-based decisions, just simple adjustments based on awareness. Nuts are a perfect example. They are not dangerous. They are not something you need to avoid completely, but they are something you need to understand, because health is not about labeling foods as good or bad. It's about how your body responds to them. And after 50, that awareness becomes your greatest advantage. Instead of asking, "Is this healthy?" start asking, "Is this right for me right now?" That small shift changes everything, because now you are not blindly following advice. You are making decisions based on your body, your needs, your experience. And this applies to everything: what you eat, how you move, how you rest. It's about balance. Listening to your body becomes essential. Noticing how you feel after eating, after sleeping, after moving. These signals are more valuable than any general recommendation, because your body is always communicating. The question is, are you paying attention? Another important point is simplicity. You don't need complicated systems. You don't need extreme diets. You need habits you can maintain every day, because consistency is more powerful than intensity. A small habit repeated daily will always beat a big effort done once. So instead of trying to be perfect, focus on being consistent. Eat in moderation, choose quality foods, move your body, stay hydrated, and most importantly, stay aware. Because awareness leads to better decisions, and better decisions lead to better health. Over time, these small choices create something powerful: more energy, better digestion, greater comfort, a stronger, more balanced body. And that's the real goal, not just avoiding problems, but improving how you feel every day. Final outro, call to action. If this video helped you see things differently, don't forget to subscribe to Smart Health Tips for more simple and practical health advice. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and send this to someone who needs this. Take care of your body, and it will take care of you.